whether it's an old Kirby, a new Kirby, um, a Royal vacuum, because they kind of built the same way. I'll be honest with you, any vacuum, okay? They it's kind of the same thing, okay? Any vacuum is going to be kind of the same thing as any vacuum is going to be kind of the same thing. You need to make sure you maintain your brush. You need to make sure that you have clean bags or filters. Um, and and the rest is kind of like just keeping it from being clogged, like checking for clogs. All right, that's as simple as you're gonna get when it comes to a vacuum cleaner. I'll be perfectly honest with you. So let's say you have a Kirby, okay? Now, just so happens that this brush is good. So how do you determine if your brush is good on a Kirby, right? Well, I'll be perfectly honest with you, man. You're gonna have to eyeball it. Okay, let me show you what I mean. Okay, so on the Kirby, right? You have three positions, right? You have one, well, that's the three. Let me go one, two, and three. Okay, let's do it again. You have one, and it says it on the brush too at the corner, two, and three. Okay, and based on your Kirby height, all right, the brush height, you're gonna have to look at your brush, and if it looks low, let's say for example, I'll use this. I'm gonna use a screwdriver as a. Let's say this is a fairly new brush. Okay, fairly new brush, and this goes for any vacuum also. If your brush is down to a nub like that, I'm just using this to cover it. You know what? Let me use something else that's a little bit more darker. Um, let's use that. Oh, let's use this again. We're gonna use this again. So let's say when you look at your brush, it looks low like that. See how low. See, okay. See how big the brush looked like now. Okay, and then if I put this on top of it, there's only a little bit that you can see. Okay, you need to change your brush. Okay, is that fair to say? All right, you need to change the brush if your brush is like that. So for Kirby, the same thing. I like the newer brushes. So if you have a G4 and G5, the brushes are going to be different. Is this going to be a line of brush here, and a line all the way across? And the newer Kirby brushes, has this, and this is on purpose. This is giving you um, a kind of a increased vibration. In other words, this part is going to hit your carpet. Okay, this part's going to hit your carpet. Then when it hits, this part hits your carpet, and then it turns again, and this part hits your carpet. The other way was one line here and one line here, so this whole section hits your carpet. Turn it all the way on the other side, and then this whole section hits your carpet, and it's going boop, 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 boop. And this would be more like boop, 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 boop. That's kind of the difference. So you have boop, 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 and boop, 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 boop. And this creates more of a vibration in the carpet. It shakes up the dirt a lot better. So I would still get one of these brushes, even if I have an older Kirby. The only difference is that you're not going to have that green light. You can, but it's gonna put you in an odd position um, with the placement of your belt. The belt's going to be like a little bit on the side if you mess with it, but you can. But if you can sacrifice the green light, this would be a valued addition to your Kirby if you have one of those old school Kirbys. Okay, this brush is the best brush I think Kirby made. All right, so change your brush, change your belt. I would change my belt twice a year, and okay, change the belt twice a year on a Kirby, every 6 months. Okay, the belts are what, you know, let's say at most $5 a piece. You could probably get a good deal if you buy three. All right, change the brush every year. All right. I mean, every twice a year. I'm sorry. All right. So here we go. So we're all set here. One more little tip before you do your Kirby. I know I have a video on the channel about this. Just turn this, catch your belt before you put it on. Catch the belt and then put it on and then release the belt. Okay? Don't follow the color coding thing. It'll confuse the hell out of a lot of people, even the smartest of us. Okay? Because belt on, belt off. Some people think the belt on means that it's on the hook, you know? And really what belt on means is that it's on the shaft. Okay? The belt is on the shaft, the belt is off the shaft. Belt is on the shaft, belt is off the shaft. So right now it's belt off, really. But if you look at this, it does say belt off. Okay? It does say belt off. But if you're looking at it, you're like, but the belt is on. Why does it say belt off? I must have this wrong, You know what I mean? So that's why it's so confusing. So I say just catch the belt before you put it on. Okay? Make sure you can see the little thing like that. Put it on, and then release the belt. And now you can clean. Okay? And then the next thing is to change your bags. All right? Now, a lot of people love to make sure that the bags are full, full, full. I say don't wait for your bags to be too full on a Kirby. I know, because it costs money, right? Bags cost money. I get it. But if you look at what Kirby has here on these old school bags, it tells you to fill it up to this line. So it does have a line for you to fill it up to. You're not supposed to fill it up all the way to the top, guys. Okay? You're straining the motor, you're straining the suction. It's just not good. And if you look at the fill line, it's right below the spout here. The spout is here that throws the dirt into the bag, right here at this spot, and the fill line is just a little bit below that. Okay? All right? And now if you want to fill it up to the beginning of the spout, the spout, okay, I'm not going to get mad at you about it. But just don't let it go all the way up to the top. Because all of a sudden you're going to get a burst bag and you're going to get dust all over your inner bag, okay? Customers will bring their machines in to me and it's like, oh, I don't know what's wrong. Something's wrong with it. And I open it, I'm like, oh my God, I got to clean out this whole bag. Oh, clean the whole bag. And if you have to clean a bag, the only way, honestly, is to just take it outside, dump out the excess dirt, and if you have another vacuum, then you can vacuum out. You can vacuum out the bag. And if you don't vacuum out the bag, what you're doing is you're closing off all the pores. So your suction is not going to be as good. It's just going to be like having a filter that's clogged. Okay? It'll be the same difference. All right? Okay, so Kirby is simple, guys. Change the belt, change your bag. Not a big deal. Okay?
Yes!